Hi, this is Erin Leever from NU 7600 Healthcare Leadership and Organizational Behavior Group 2. My Part 3 writing activity today is going to be a discussion of transformational leadership and its impact on the nursing profession. Leadership is the ability to influence others. The past 20 years of nursing research have focused extensively on transformational leadership and its impact on nursing practice. It's based on the transformational leadership theory developed by James McGregor Burns in 1978. So, what are the characteristics of a transformational leader? Transformational leadership is characterized by the coexistence of four interdependent elements. These key elements are in line with the reported qualities that nurses say they look for in a leader, such as respect, empathy and caring, passion about their work, and a shared ability to create a shared vision. Transformational leadership relies on a high level of respect and engagement between leaders and their followers. So the 4 I's of transformational leadership include idealized influence, inspirational motivation, intellectual stimulation, and individual consideration. Idealized influence is a leader's ability to role model and inspire high standards of practice in their staff. Inspirational motivation is a leader's ability to communicate a desirable vision for the future and inspire their team to achieve that vision together. Intellectual stimulation, the leader seeks out and values staff input, encourages development of creative and innovative solutions, and continually finds ways to provide growth and development opportunities for staff. And the individual consideration element is when a leader treats every member of the team as an individual and is committed to coaching and mentoring them to be the best that they can possibly be. So how do we measure transformational leadership? The Leadership Practices Inventory is a transformational leadership instrument designed by James Kouzes and Barry Posner to measure the 5 factors included in their conceptual framework of transformational leadership, which include challenge the process, inspire a shared vision, enable others to act, model the way, and encourage the heart. The impact of transformational leadership on nursing practice is well documented in the nursing research. Numerous studies have been conducted which demonstrate 5 key themes that I discovered through a review of the literature. Transformational leaders create a sense of well-being in their staff. A Danish study found that linked transformational leadership to a psychological sense of well-being among nurses and also a positive perception of work-life balance. Promoting the well-being of staff results in nurses being more willing to aim for a high standard of service. Another theme was a culture of continuous learning and evidence-based practice. Another study found that transformational leadership, shared governance, and action processes provide a framework for innovation and sustainable change at both the unit and organizational levels. Transformational leadership makes it safe for staff to explore and take risks. It creates a supportive environment of creativity and innovation with high expectations for achieving success. Another theme is autonomy and shared decision making. One study demonstrated that transformational leadership relies on the motivation and focus of the leader's followers. So without the followers being willing to follow the leader, nobody gets anywhere. The goal of transformational leadership is to continually build the capacity of the team so they can eventually lead themselves. Leaders have to be willing to transfer ownership of the work to those who are doing the work, which is the model of shared governance. Employee engagement and retention is another theme through transformational leadership. One study linked nurse autonomy created by transformational leadership as having the greatest impact on job satisfaction among a group of pediatric registered nurses. And another study found that transformational leadership practices among senior nurse leaders, such as chief nursing officers or nursing VPs or directors, has a positive impact on the retention of nurse managers and frontline nurse leaders, such as charge nurses, who then also impact frontline nursing staff. And one other study found that a perception of transformational leadership can protect nurses from burnout, which also, protecting nurses from burnout leads to patient safety. So transformational leadership has been shown to directly impact the safety performance of nurses. One study demonstrated that nurses who work in a transformational leadership environment comply with safety standards and incorporate more safety principles into their daily practice than nurses who do not practice in a transformational leadership work environment. And another study found that a blend of transformational and transactional leadership is sometimes necessary to maintain patient safety. Sometimes the leader needs to step in when patient safety is at stake, which is more of a transactional style of leadership than transformational. So, what are the implications for nursing leaders? Nursing leaders need to understand the link between leadership practices and nurse retention. One study recommends that audits of nursing practice should include nursing leadership practices. And it also notes that successful leaders can modify their behavior to respond to their followers and circumstances while remaining true to who they are. So we can be adaptable and still maintain our own integrity. So, in conclusion, the positive impact of transformational leadership on nurses and the nursing practice environment is well documented in the nursing literature. The outcomes of transformational leadership are evident in a confident, competent, and committed nursing workforce, which enhances continuous learning and expresses a professional respect for each other. So that was from a study from Bamford, Wade, and Moss in 2010. That concludes my presentation on transformational leadership, and the outline of my presentation is available in the discussion area. Thank you.